Hello, Taurus Sun, Capricorn Rising. It is time for your year ahead reading. This is going to go from May of 2025 through April of 2026. I'll be laying out 12 cards. Who wants to be on top? Just labeled 1 through 12. So card 1 for you is going to be May of 2025 and card 12 will be April of 2026. So let's lay these out. So card 1. Sorry, my microphone just popped a little bit there. Switch positions, but I think it's okay. If you do happen to hear background noise, it's probably the rain. It's raining out right now, and I am currently in Pennsylvania. No, I take that back. I'm currently in Ohio. I'm heading to Pennsylvania this weekend for fun. All right. We have month 10, 11, and 12. And then a card from the back of the deck, just to see what the primary theme or energy may be for this year for you. We have the Knight of Wands. This is an encouragement to take the chance. Try some new things, something that gets you excited, maybe something you've always wanted to try, but don't be afraid to go for it. And don't be afraid to fail. That's just part of figuring it out. You'll be one step closer to getting it right, is all that means. So embrace the risk of failure, I guess, is the primary thing coming through here, because it's going to get you closer to your end goal. And don't be afraid to play. Have fun with it, too, while you're at it. Challenge yourself in that way. All right, let's get into each month here. We're starting off here with the Six of Wands, which is a card indicating victory, success. You overcame a challenge recently or something similar to that. It's the vibe I'm getting. And there is a sense of people celebrating with you, being happy that you've succeeded, looking up to you as an inspiration for them and things that they could do in the future. Don't shy away from that. People need that kind of inspiration. They need that kind of encouragement. Sometimes they just need an example to follow. They know you've been able to do it, so they have a chance too. Don't minimize your success, your gains here. Celebrate them. Say thank you. And don't say, oh, no, it wasn't that big of a deal. It was a big deal to them. Don't take that from them, and don't take it from you either. You deserve that. In month 2, we have the Fortitude card. And what came to mind right away with the Fortitude card these must be hand in hand a little bit. Your chart ruler with your Capricorn rising is going to be Saturn. Saturn is a taskmaster, right? It's going to make sure you get the lesson before you're allowed to move to the next task. You need to figure out the first thing before you can do the next thing. Fortitude is about having the strength to stand in that space, even if it's uncomfortable, even if it feels scary. Not physically scary, but just feels scary because it's a little bit of uncharted territory. It's facing something maybe you haven't wanted to face. And part of this is embracing your shadow, your flaws. And don't be afraid of them. They're part of what made you who you are, and they are part of what can help support you going forward. Shadow side is just as important as the light. Because when things are down and dirty and things are dark, the shadow is what can help push you forward. Your ego might slow you down and resist the change because it's comfortable where it's at, even if it's not comfortable for you. But you got to push past that. Finding that inner strength, that Saturn energy, which you innately have, to push forward in spite of any challenges in the way, that takes fortitude. So this is a month you're taking something head on and maybe even embracing this Knight of Wands energy a little bit, taking the chance and going for it, trusting that you have what it takes to get through it, to push through to the other side, to obtain the goal, and you will get there. And then in month 3, we come to the Empress. This is a month where you may be feeling very creative, or you're in a space or doing some activities that involve creating something new, creating new life in a way. The Empress is the ultimate creator of the deck. She is the mother of the tarot. She is nurturing, she is loving, but she is not a wimp. She's not a pushover. She can find a creative solution. She can find a new way around something if that's what's needed. But she also has the strength and fortitude to push through and face any difficulties that come her way effortlessly. And again, in a creative way. So you may come up with an idea or a solution and maybe you normally wouldn't share it. Maybe you'd normally go, oh, well, that sounds ridiculous. Express it. Put it out there. You have, innately have in this month anyway, an eye for the detail or an eye for what might work here to help overcome something. A new creative way to look at or think of it. And hopefully you also get time to just play with the Play-Doh or the paints or whatever it is that feels creative to you. And I mean a physical thing, something where you're touching and working with your hands in this month. Just embrace that. Sink into it. And then in month 4, we have the 5 of Cups. So this could be a tough month. This is where your emotions or feelings, or you may get triggered by something from the past. You're still thinking about or holding on to something from the past, which means it comes up for you on a regular basis because you haven't let it go. You haven't allowed it to stay in the past and you keep carrying it forward with you. All that's doing is dragging you down on an emotional level and not allowing you to connect deeper in the now, in the present moment. So it's holding you back. You are holding yourself back in this way. This card is telling you what's broken is broken. You can't go back and fix it. You can't refill these cups. They won't stay full anyway. There's no nourishment there. Focus on what you do have, what did work, and what's working now, and who you're with now. That is much, much more exciting and enjoyable and gives you higher level, higher vibe emotions than thinking about the regrets and the angers and the frustrations of the past. Let that go so you can live in the now. So you can live. So you can have some fun. And then we get to the Emperor, which is the father of the tarot deck. The Emperor and the Empress and the Emperor. There we go. The Emperor is more about the rules and control and boundaries. Boundaries could be the theme of the month, potentially. That's what I find a lot of time with this card. But this is somebody who will make the tough choices, is not afraid to make those choices, is not afraid to dole out the punishment if that is what is needed to protect the whole community, to protect the whole family. The boundaries that he would put in place, and this is masculine energy, are only intended to be there until you've grown enough, gained enough experience to expand that boundary. And then it gets extended until eventually it can be removed as you grow older. Think of going from toddler, where they may just run off the side of a cliff and just chasing the butterflies, not paying attention to what's going on. So there's a fence there so that doesn't happen. And it may be much closer to the house at that age too, just to avoid other issues that may come up at that young age. But then as they get older, that fence, that boundary increases. So they have more room to roam, more room to grow. I feel like this is about letting you grow, more room for you to grow. It's time for you to expand your own boundaries, some sort of self-imposed restriction or limitation that you put on yourself. It's time to look at that again and say, is this really appropriate for me? Why do I have that in place? Why did I put that limitation on myself? Is it even needed anymore? If it isn't, let it go. If you think it still may be, can you expand it? Can you push it out a little further? Give yourself a little more freedom in there. You don't need to punish yourself for what happened in the past. You need to embrace where you are now and what you're doing now and allow yourself to grow from that point instead of keeping yourself locked back there. And then we have another major arcana, 4 in this first 6 months. That's pretty heavy. Lots of transformative moments. The High Priestess in month 6. This is a month, maybe this is what you had to give yourself permission to do, is just spend some time in some sort of meditation or prayer, allowing you to connect with your inner divine self. Every one of us is a divine being, is connected on a personal level to whatever you believe in. This is a time to connect more with that part of yourself. Whether, again, that is a meditation or prayer, or maybe it's some sort of activity that lets you get into kind of a flow state and lets your energetic body sync up with your physical body and your mind. To find that stillness within so you can breathe easier, so you can feel more centered and grounded, so you're ready for whatever comes next. So let yourself take it easier this month. Let yourself sit in that car out in the driveway, if that's what you need to do, to find those few moments of Zen, so you can handle whatever comes your way on another level. All right, down here, month 7, we have the Ace of Swords. This is fresh inspiration. So some new ideas coming to you, or communication about something new, something that's going to inspire you. And you're going to want to dive into it deeper to figure out if it's something you want to pursue more. But this is inspiring to you. This has you excited. Maybe this is where that Knight of Wands comes in, is this new fresh idea. Not something you've done before, not something you've tried before, but you want to give it a go and you're excited about it. So you're going to chase that passion potentially. Whatever this is. This, again, it is swords, so it's more about our mind, the way we think, ideas, communication. Maybe it's a new app and you want to check it out. Maybe it is a new way of communicating. Maybe it is a new streamlined planning application or something. That might be appropriate for you with your Capricorn and your Taurus in there. Maybe it's some sort of new organizing method. Whatever it is that you've discovered that really inspires you this month, check it out a little more. See how much would it cost? Is it something that's logical for you to do? Does it really fit into where you are now? Does it make sense? Doesn't hurt to check it out and explore it. You don't have to buy it yet, but you might be a little obsessed with it here in month 7. In month 6, we have the 8 of Coins. Now, this indicates somebody who has become an expert in their field or is known as an expert in some area. Somebody who is very, very experienced. Somebody others will seek out for advice on how to do this or lessons from you. You could be tapped on to lead a special project based on your experience or some other project that you worked on. Maybe even taking on a leadership role in that now, where in the past maybe you were more supportive. It's a step up. It's a leveling up. So you may even be offered a raise or some sort of bonus, or again, that special opportunity to you based on the work you've done so far. Recognition is definitely in there in some way. And then we come to the 5 of Coins here in month 9. The 5, again, 5s are challenges. They're a little test by the universe, the divine, whomever, to see if you're really ready to grow here, if you're really ready for the next step. The 5 of Coins is a little bit about, it's a sense of lack. It's feeling like you're being left out or excluded in some way. It's feeling sorry for yourself, essentially. No one else can get you out of that. No one else can, nothing they do is going to help. You're the one who has to take action here. You're the one who has to let somebody know that you need help and then ask for them to help you. People are willing to help, able to help if they can. Depends on what it is. There's a few different people in here. But until you ask, or until you let them know, they can't just assume you need help. They're not going to make assumptions. They're not going to guess. You have to take the action. You have to also be willing to accept that unconditionally. Whatever they're able to provide to you to help you out on their terms, you need to be willing to accept that unconditionally. You're the one here who needs the help, who's feeling excluded. Again, if it's the exclusion bit, no one is purposely excluding you. No one is purposely excluding you. Let me say that one more time. No one is purposely excluding you. Maybe they just got out of the habit of asking you because you had been really, really busy for several months. So they had, just assume you're not available. You need to let them know you're available. You'd like to join them. They'd be happy to have you. But you have to let them know you're willing to join. You're willing to go out. You're willing to try something new, to venture out. You're available. Again, you're the one who has to take action here. And then we go into another major arcana card here in month 10, the Death card. This is a transformative card, a little like a death and rebirth. Almost one day it's like things are going down and then boom, things take off. This is like an ego death, and perhaps that's why you're having this here in month 9, so that you can hit rock bottom maybe in an area and then emerge from that in the next month, like the butterfly from the cocoon. So there is a feeling here with, since I'm using that analogy of cocooning, of the word is not there right now. It's there, but it's not quite there. Of staying home, of bundling up, of hibernating a little bit here, maybe in the first few days of this month, but then you start to go, okay, you know what? Let me call this person. Well, let me see what they got going on. Maybe they are doing something. Maybe we can get together for coffee or something like that. Maybe we can do this or that. Maybe you're looking at the community paper and there's a class you might be interested in. It would get you out of the house and doing something new, maybe something you've been excited about. Maybe you're willing to take the chance on it. So you call and they happen to have an opening for you. Even though it's a late enrollment, they probably have an opening for you. Commit to it. Go for it. And that just gets your energy flowing and moving in new directions and opens up new opportunities for you. It is a turning point for you in this month to go from solitary confinement out to being more social and feeling more confident in yourself and what it is you want to do, what you want to pursue. And then we have another major arcana. You're ending this year with 3 more. So could feel tumultuous or chaotic a little bit in these last 3 months. But you're growing. You're making progress. The Justice card. This could also be karma. This is things coming back into balance. I don't want to say it's necessarily a wrong being brought right, because that's not quite the vibe I'm getting here. It's something that's been out of balance coming back into balance. So everybody's on equal ground, or an equal playing field is the word that's coming through. There is no winner in this, but there are no losers in this. So I don't know if that means it's a compromise situation where you both just have to come to an agreement, whether you each like it or not. But you need to get there. You need to find that compromise, that agreement, the things that you can both live with in order to find closure, to find that justice, so that you're done with it, so it's over, so it's not still hanging over your head and you're still not bickering and arguing about it. You need to sign off on it and get it done. So it's like a load off of your shoulder and it frees up your energy, and you'll feel even more positive about things coming forward, because you don't have to keep coming back to this. You don't have to keep circling back to it over and over again. It's handled. It's done. And now you can move forward into month 12, where we have the Hermit card, which is probably the word I was looking here at the beginning of the month for month 10 with the Death card. The Hermit it's an introspective time. It's more internal speculation, internal evaluation, kind of an evaluation of where you are in life right now, what you like about where you are, what you want to change, where you want to grow, what is exciting you. Finding your inner light and learning what makes it glow brighter. And I like that the high priestess is right above this, because there's a little bit of this aspect to it with the high priestess of going within, finding that center, finding that light, your divine light within there, and figuring out how to make it glow brighter. Which path forward makes it shine and makes you glow from the inside out. This is a month where you're going to consider that, think about it, and come up at least with the end goal, so that maybe you can start planning for it in the next year ahead. And that, Taurus Sun, Capricorn Rising, is what I have for you for your year ahead reading. Please hit that like button. Please share this with others. Please comment below to let me know if this resonated with you or not. And please subscribe to help me grow my channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you later.